You were about to message someone. You typed the name. Your thumb was over send, and something stopped you. Not a thought, not a reason, just a feeling that arrived from nowhere and sat on your hand. You sent it anyway. And you know how that ended. Or the job. Everything was right. The money, the people, the office that finally looked like the one you had been working toward. And you kept stalling, kept finding reasons to wait one more day before signing. You called it fear. You took the job. And 6 months later, you understood what the stalling already knew. Or the person, the one who said all the right things, did all the right things, and something in you kept a small distance, not enough to explain. Just a millimeter that never closed no matter how much time passed. You thought that was your damage. It was not your damage. Your memory has been trying to reach you your whole life. This is about what it was trying to say, and what it cost you every time you did not listen. You have been calling these things anxiety, or overthinking, or your way of making life harder than it has to be. But every time you ignored that feeling and pushed through, something happened afterward that made you think. Maybe it knew. Your memory has been working for you since before you had words for anything. Not to haunt you, to protect what is still ahead. And you have been fighting the one thing that has never once stopped fighting for you. Think about the last time you were in a room with someone new. Not a bad person, not someone who did anything wrong. Just someone you could not quite relax around. Someone who made you choose your words slightly more carefully. Someone who made you aware of the door. You probably called that social anxiety. But your body was doing something more precise than that. It was running a check, cross-referencing this person against everyone you have known who moved in a similar way, who spoke with a similar rhythm, and it was flagging something, not with an alarm. Just that awareness that made you choose the seat closest to the exit. That was not anxiety. That was your memory doing its most important work. From an archive built from every person who ever surprised you in a way you were not ready for. Think about the relationship that ended badly, not the ending, the beginning. Were there moments where something felt slightly off, a word that landed wrong, something your body registered that your excitement did not want to hear? The signs were always there. The memory flagged them for months. Before the ending made everything visible, the memory was not wrong. It was just quieter than everything else going on at the time. There was a decision you almost made. The apartment that looked perfect but felt wrong the moment you walked in. Everything was right, and still something pulled back, not loudly, just enough to make you hesitate. Later, you found out why. The memory knew, not because it was psychic, because it noticed something too small to think about, but not too small to feel. Your hesitation has never once been random. It has always been your body ahead of your understanding. Think about the times you called someone out of nowhere. No reason, just a name that appeared. You called, and something in that moment mattered. That was not coincidence. That was recognition. What actually happens when the feeling arrives? It surfaces an old file because something now matches something already lived, not to take you back, to give you more than you had last time. Now think about the times nothing happened, the route you changed, the message you didn't send, the invitation you declined. No reason you could explain. You will never know what those were protecting you from because they worked. The ones that work completely leave nothing behind. No story, no proof, just a life that continued. That is most of what your memory does. Protection without evidence. You only remember the near misses. The majority you will never see. You have been looked after continuously, invisibly, by the part of you that never forgets and never stops watching. Here is when it becomes a problem, when someone new is not the same, but your memory treats them like they are. The door stays half open, even when it is safe. You have felt this. The relationship that never deepened, the opportunity you didn't take, because something old was louder than what was actually there. The memory is not wrong. The past was real. But it has not received the update yet. That this person is not that person. That this room is not that room. Updating requires new evidence. And new evidence requires staying. But the old file tells you to leave. That is the loop. The next time it surfaces something, don't push it away immediately. Stay 1 second longer and ask, what is this responding to now? Sometimes it's outdated, and that moment gives you new evidence. Sometimes it's right, and that 1 second changes everything. Either way, you finally heard it. It came back today. The feeling with no name, the hesitation with no reason. You probably pushed it away. You've learned to do that, but it will return. It always does, because it has something to say about now. The thing that came back today, what was it actually trying to say?